Stop rolling your eyes. Stop thinking about all the bad stuff that they've done. Focus on a couple good things that they do well and admire them. And you know what? That will change their whole attitude in life. And they'll start wanting to please you more by doing the dishes and cleaning the house. I can't guarantee that. But, the top 5 needs of most women. Take a listen, guys, because they're not the same as yours. Number 1 is affection. It's different from sexual fulfillment. Okay? They want affection, somebody that they can hold hands with, somebody they can cuddle with. They want conversation, right? That means, guys, turn the football game off. Look at them in the eye and listen. Listen. Don't try to solve all their problems either. They don't like that. They just want you to listen, right? If they want you to solve their problems, they'll ask you. I'm telling you guys, I've been married 9 years. I'm telling you the truth. They want you to listen. Honesty and openness. They got to trust you. Financial support. They got to know that you are willing to dig down in the dirt to do whatever it takes to make sure our family is taken care of. You'll do whatever financially to make it happen. And they want a family commitment from you. You notice how they're not the same? You wonder why we have so many problems in marriage? You know, here's the typical response. A woman says, these are my needs. My husband must have the same need. And then they try and meet those needs that they have, and they project it on their husband. They try to meet those needs, and you know what? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. We've got to figure out that we have different needs. We've got to be honest about what they are, and then we seek to fulfill each other's needs. And we're not selfish in our marriage. We're selfless. It'll save you a lot of frustration if we just do that. If you're going to have a good marriage, if you're going to have a good relationship, you have to work on it. Does that make sense? Have to work on it. Let me give you number 4. The 4th thing you and I need to do in order to have a God-honoring sexual relationship is this. Get a grip on my mind. Write that down. You get a grip on your mind. Where is it going? Where is it leading you? Matthew 5:27 and 28 says this. I love this passage. It says, you have heard the law of Moses say, do not commit adultery, right? That's our commandment today, correct? And listen to what Jesus says. But I say, anyone who even looks at a woman with lust in his eye has already committed adultery with her in his heart. Got quiet. People just don't fall into sexual immorality. It's a process. Right? And it starts with a look. And it starts with a thought. And it starts in our head. Take a look at this. How do affairs develop? I gave you 4 things on your outline. You accept a sinful thought in your mind. It doesn't matter what the temptation is. It starts in your mind. And so you got to get a grip on that. What am I thinking about? Is it God-honoring? Take a look at number 2. The next thing, it moves from the mind to an emotional, non-physical involvement. Some of you know what I mean. You can have somebody in the office, somebody that you know, somebody of the opposite sex, who you're telling all your problems, and you're beginning this bond with them, this emotional bond. If you've ever heard the term an emotional affair, it's real. You can have an emotional affair. You're always looking for that person. You want to walk by their desk. You want to see them walk up to you. You love it when they hang around you. And this emotional affair is beginning. Starts in your mind. It leads to this emotional thing. And then take a look at this. It crosses the line with physical involvement. Physical involvement. A touch. Going past that into actually committing adultery. And then the 4th step in that process usually is rationalization of the affair. You know, God wants me to be happy. I heard a man come to a pastor and he said, you know what? The reason I'm having this relationship with this other woman is because God wants me to be happy. Hello? No way. God says I've got a standard, and your wife is the one that this is supposed to happen with. Nobody else. And we rationalize it. Take a look at this. Instead of going down that road, look at number 5. We need to build up right relationships. Building up right relationships. Not only do we get a grip on our mind, we build up right relationships. Well, let me give you some things to think about. You don't listen to a member of the opposite sex tell you his or her marriage problems. Don't go down that road, guys. You know, the temptation is this: wow, you know, I'm sorry you're having so many problems. You know, I empathize with you. I feel bad for you. Don't even go there. You know, if a guy or girl starts to tell you about their relationship, say, you know what, I really don't want to talk about that. That's not appropriate. Send them to a marriage counselor. Women, don't go fishing for compliments. Okay? You might have dyed your hair blue and lost 50 pounds, and your husband may be dumb as a post and hasn't noticed yet. Right? And you're looking for a compliment. Don't do that. There's a danger in doing that because you're trying to get your needs met somewhere else, and yet God says, I'm the one who meets those needs. Now, women, let me just